Mozambique is now a ghost town, left in ruins, emptied of inhabitants. For a year, this port was a base for Ansar al-Sunna, known locally as Al-Shabaab. But on August the 8th, troops from Rwanda and the army of Mozambique deploying in the north of the Cabo Delgado region took it back.
So they held this town as a strategic town for their sea routes of communication. They also used it to plan further operations inland. So capturing it was very important for us.
The security situation is fragile. Residents are afraid and still haven't come home.
There are refugees located in different camps who will need to come back. We are planning for them to be able to come back. There might still be some insurgents in the population. Our job is to ensure that we create the conditions that would ensure that the public is ready to provide information when and if the insurgents appear.
The Rwandan army says most of the jihadi fighters have been pushed down south, where forces of the South African Development Community are deployed. It's a separate but partner force of the Rwandan military. The Rwandans say they've lost 4 men, but that they've killed hundreds of enemy fighters.
These are enemy equipment that was captured in the northern axis, where we came from, all the way from Palma to Mozambique FRANCE. So you can see the weapons that were captured. These are SMGs, these are magazines. We have machine guns there, RPGs.
A prisoner is brought before journalists. He says he was forced to fight by Al-Shabaab.
We were brought into the forest, and that's where they trained us. They taught us how to dismantle a weapon, how to use machine guns and smaller arms. We then went to the city of Palma to set up ambushes. We waited for Rwandan soldiers to arrive, and we fought them.
The soldiers bring us to Mbao, another jihadi base once used for training, taken back in August. It takes hours to drive there, across terrain where there's a high risk of getting attacked.
This was the tactical headquarters of the enemy, the insurgents, who were in different locations. We also dislodged him from there, and he moved further south to Mesaro River, where our forces are still, trying to ensure that he's no longer there.
In this region of northern Mozambique, the jihadi presence hurts business and economic activity. The French oil company Total runs a €20 billion natural gas project here, but it was suspended last April after Al-Shabaab attacked the town of Palma, just 10 kilometers away. Now, the Rwandan army defends the site. Before the uprising, Ismail worked as a cook for Total. Now he lives in a displaced persons camp in Kutunda, near the gas field, and is afraid to go out.
We saw the Al-Shabaab fighters arrive. They killed everyone, cut people into many pieces, and left them spread across the road. When you went by there, you could recognize your family members. We don't understand why they do that. I don't understand why they came and invaded us.
In the area around Palma, some inhabitants have decided the situation is stable enough to go home.
When the Shabaab fighters catch you, they tell you to sit down. Then they kill the men. They tell you to keep your eyes open and make you watch them massacre people, even if it's your own mother or husband. These killers wore military uniforms and had guns. So now when we see someone with a gun, we don't trust them. But we're slowly learning to trust these Rwandan soldiers.
A few meters away are signs of another atrocity. Part of a shoe, traces of a mass grave where a dozen-odd people were allegedly beheaded. Rwandan soldiers now control the area. 3 months since the start of operations, the Rwandan Rwandan President Paul Kagame came to Cabo Delgado for a military parade organized by the President of Mozambique.
Together, our joint forces have succeeded in pushing back the insurgents. Significant progress. This shows that the Africans are capable and that by working well together, we can find solutions to even our most difficult problems.
The Rwandan troops have no pullout date. The country is taking advantage of their presence to get its economy back on its feet. During the visit, President Paul Kagame and the Mozambican leader Filipe Nyusi signed a trade and investment cooperation agreement.